If you can just tell us what you're doing at the moment and why you've chosen engineering.
So currently I'm doing my level 3 in light vehicle maintenance at college, and I sort of chose this as I want to go into motorsport engineering and work for a Formula One team in the future.
All right, you've got an absolute goal and mindset to do it. Excellent, excellent. And what made you choose this specific career destination?
So my whole life I've grown with my granddad, who's a mechanic. So seeing him fix people's cars and the reward that he's got from it, and from there I was like, I want to go into something that has to do with cars. And then I got into Formula One, and I was like, I want to go and work as a race mechanic or a race engineer in the future.
Amazing. So at Pertemps, we have go-karting competition throughout the whole of the UK, and the winner of that go-karting competition goes to Formula One every year, all expenses paid. I know that's a good incentive for a recruitment company. So take me back to when you were little, and when you're little and people go, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" Did you know what did you say then?
Well, when I was younger, I wanted to be a police officer.
Right, slightly different.
Yeah, which is completely different. But then as I got older, I was like, actually, I don't think I want to go into that anymore. I want to go into something else that I don't see people go into.
Yeah. So the fact that you didn't see a lot of women going into this career, was that more of an incentive for you to do that?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like seeing that the gap for women in STEM subjects and STEM industries is so low, it was like, I want to go and be the person who goes and adds to that change.
Brilliant. Got very strong mindset of what you want. That's brilliant to hear. And so when was it the pivotal point of changing from wanting to be a police officer to moving into engineering?
Say when I was in secondary school, so it was like almost in year 11, I was like, actually, I don't want to go into something like that. I'd rather go into something that I actually want to enjoy, and I do enjoy doing now. So it was a huge change, but I was like, definitely.
Yeah. And when you were little, did you like to build things and tinker with stuff? Like, did you do that with your granddad as well?
Yeah, I used to help him a lot in the garage, and I still do. And I also would like play with Legos, building stuff and sort of taking it apart, and with like IKEA packs as well.
Yeah. I was talking about that with somebody on the last call that we did. I went, so when you get those IKEA packs, are you the one that wants to do it and build it? And they were like, yes. And I was like, that's an absolute nightmare to me. Like the drawings don't match to what you're given in your pack and how do you put it together. So that's something you enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like there's a lot to it that you have to put your mind down and sort of sit, take your time, have a lot of resilience.
Yes, definitely, definitely. A lot of patience to keep going with it. Yeah, good stuff. And what about what you studied at secondary school? What were the sort of topics that you did to get you to where you are at college?
Well, I did the complete opposite of what I'm currently in. So I was doing fashion and textiles at college, at school, I mean, which is very different to cars and taking cars apart, which is a very dirty job.
Yeah, yeah, for
So
sure.
going into something that's completely opposite, it was a huge change of like being okay with the mess that was being made rather than just having it all clean, organized.
Yeah, that is a complete shift change. But I suppose if you go into that Formula One, you could design the inside of it with the fashion
Yeah,
piece as well as doing the engineering piece. So they might sort of merge at some point further in your
yeah,
career.
definitely.
Yeah. And what about what subjects did you have to be really good at to be able to do this at college?
Say just like basic skills along with sort of your maths and your science, because we have a lot of physics in the course. So I'd say you need physics mainly as we're like talking about the ratios of stuff and all sorts.
Yeah, I love ratios and I love maths, but physics I was dreadful at. So when you get those circuit boards and you have to work out how they work, I could never do them. I always got it wrong. And when you were studying physics and maths and now coming into college, were there a lot of girls doing the same as you, or was it mixed with boys? What was the ratio of boys to girls?
Say the majority was boys. Like there was only one girl that I saw on the course when I first started, but now I'd say there's more than 5 girls on the course currently. So I feel like there's been a big improvement, but it's not as big as the ratio to boys.
And how is it with that ratio of just having five girls to having more boys? How does that work in day-to-day college and making that decision? Because I think some girls would be hesitant to work in that environment where there's more boys than girls. So how do you feel?
I feel like I've gotten used to it, whereas when I first came to college, it was actually really scary because I went to an all-girls school. So that was a huge jump for me, and I was like, God, I'm the only girl in a class full of boys. But I've gotten used to it, and I've become friends with them all. So it's like second home, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just people at the end of the day, isn't it? And I suppose you've all got one common goal that you're all interested in the same subject, so that must
Yeah.
help as well. So when you were younger and your family and your schools, did they give you support in these choices to move forward to be in engineering? And how were you supported before you got to college?
My family, they were really supportive of it. They were like, "You're happy with doing this. Wherever your heart is, go and follow your dreams and your goals." And whereas school, they didn't really say much. They were just like, I think you should do English." And I was like, "I don't want to do English." So it was a huge jump.
Yeah, so you stood your ground on what you wanted to
Yeah.
do as well. Yeah, brilliant. And in another podcast, she said her phrase was, don't listen to external voices, listen to your own voice. I thought that was really nice advice as well. And then when you're in college, what sort of support do they give you?
I feel like there's a lot of support from all around the college as I'm the student vice president of the college. So I have staff from all three campuses supporting me and saying that they've never seen like a South Asian girl go into a course which is male dominated, and usually if it is people going into the course it's always white females.
Yeah.
So it's like a huge difference in sort of being able to be that figure for other girls who come from the same background as me. It's a huge like opportunity.
Yeah, so you're a role model for future
Yeah,
girls doing this. So
yeah.
when you were little, did you have a role model that you looked up to that you know, if they can do that, I want to do it. I aspire to be that person.
I'd say my older sister, as she's just done a master's in forensic science. So sort of seeing her go through all those steps of life, and it was like, I want to be as successful as her. As obviously, I'm so proud of what she's doing and what she's done so far, and to see her come that far, it's like I want to achieve the same. Well, achieve something like that, but in what I am passionate about.
Yeah, wow. You've got some brainy girls in your family, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good stuff. You know, going back to studying and getting your grades, what sort of advice would you give to a 7 to 9 year old who are in primary school who we want to encourage to go into engineering, but you need to work hard to get your grades? What would you say to them?
I'd say that, well, there's 2 points to it. I'd say if you're a young girl, just because you're a girl doesn't mean you cannot do something. You can do whatever your heart desires, to be honest. And to get your grades, I'd say put your head down, as you're never gonna run out of time, even if it feels like you are.
Yeah, brilliant. That's really good advice because you have to work hard to get where you are and to get where you want to be, especially with a competition out there and Formula One because of where it sits in the whole media presence and what they do. It's a popular choice, but very hard and very competitive to get into, I imagine. So
Yeah.
your grades need to be good for that. And so you're going to go to university,
I'm going to stay and do a level 3 in engineering and then
right?
go to university.
Okay, brilliant. And what university are you hoping to go to? Do you know yet?
I'm not 100% sure as I'm still looking at options.
Yeah. Are there some good ones out there that you know of?
I've seen University of Derby, which do a motorsport engineering degree, which I'd like to go on to.
Okay, great. Well, fingers crossed. You need to get the grades to do that. It's quite a stressful time just before going to university, but you've got a little bit of time yet, haven't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, great. And is there any company that you specifically want to work for? Is it somebody in motorsports? Who've you got your eye on?
I've got my eye on Ferrari Formula One team.
Nice, nice. Very good. Because there's a McLaren place in near Sheffield where they
Yeah,
built McLaren cars. Because I know somebody who used to work there. Know him back in the day, but he's moved on, or could have put you in touch maybe. Okay, great stuff. Is there anything else that you would give advice to girls who are afraid to go into this sort of arena of engineering, whether it's early years like 7 to 9 or whether people are at school, what advice would you give them to pursue their dreams within engineering?
I'd say if you don't do it, no one else will. You have to be that change if you want to get somewhere. Along with your hard work pays off, and you'll realize it when you get to that point. of completing a milestone, you'll look back and be like, oh wow, all that hard work paid off and I didn't realize as I wasn't living in the moment.
Yeah, brilliant advice. Really, really good advice. Okay, brilliant. Well, we really appreciate your time. We'll share this podcast with you as well so that you can share that. It'll look really good on your CV for when you're going to move forward to apply for those roles. I can tell you here and now, we struggle to get vehicle technicians, never mind female vehicle technicians. So that's a big tick for us because it's a shortage in the marketplace. So you're on the right path. We'll be calling on you to see if we can help you in the future if we've got a vacancy for you. But best of luck with all your studies and best of luck getting into university and your career choices. I look forward to seeing your name somewhere in the future.
Thank you very much, Laura.
Thank you for your time. See you soon. Bye bye.